Good morning, Trojans. Today is Monday, March 8th, and it's an A Day. I'm Sydney Doyle.
And I'm Melissa Diaz. On today's program, we'll hear from Petaluma High's own Interact Club about senior quotes and a tech tip about improving your Wi-Fi signal from Max Bloom. But first, the news.
Welcome to Trojan Broadcast News. In local news, new developments have other cities in the United States looking at Petaluma as a role model for climate advocacy. Our city of approximately 60,000 voted in February to ban the construction of new gas stations as part of the fight against climate change. Petaluma City Council voted unanimously to enact the ban as the city aimed to achieve carbon neutrality by the year 2030. A hard goal to achieve, but for the moment, Petaluma seems to have both the momentum and support of the future prospect of carbon neutrality. Petaluma is the first city in the nation to take this stand.
In national news, with it being nearly a year since the country was put under lockdown, many states are beginning to return to a new sense of normalcy. This includes the states of Texas and Mississippi. Governors of the states have justified their decision, saying that while COVID is not completely gone, the number of cases has reduced dramatically, and they believe enough people have been vaccinated for residents of those states to be safe. Meanwhile, President Biden is not so convinced and discourages discarding the mask mandate, going as far to call it Neanderthal thinking, and stating that to keep COVID rates down, it is critical for people to wear their masks while out in public. Safe or not, the decision has been reached by the governors of these states.
And finally, in international news, thousands of people are protesting in Lebanon due to their major economic crisis. The demonstrations started last Tuesday after the Lebanese currency plunged to record lows. Many Lebanese felt like this was the last straw. The protesters wreaked havoc on Lebanon's capital, Beirut. They burned car tires, blocked the roads, and raided local markets and businesses. All this started after Lebanon's financial crisis erupted in 2019 and has only gotten worse after the former government resigned because of the Beirut explosions that occurred in August of 2020. Unfortunately, there is no solution in sight for addressing the economic crisis because of the continuing government corruption and instability.
More information about these news stories can be found in this video's description. And now, this week's first announcement is from Riley Hammock with the Interact Club.
That intro is pretty chaotic, but I feel like it reflects the year pretty well. Hi, my name is Riley, and I'm with the Petaluma High School Interact Club, and we have decided to do something super special for our class of 2021. The Petaluma High School Interact Club is going to be sponsoring a page in our yearbook for your senior quote. One of our fabulous teachers, Miss Lowell, is going to be sending you guys an email with a Google form attached that you need to fill out with your quote and your names by Friday, March 12th. I think that's pretty cool. As well as a Google form, there'll also be this neat little flyer attached that has some more dates for deadlines and information that you guys need to know in order to get your quotes in. On a final note, please make sure that your senior quotes are both classy and clean. They will be looked over by our Interact staff as well as the Petaluma High School administration, so make sure your quotes are appropriate. Otherwise, they're not going to go in the yearbook. Now we know that seniors still have, I came out of nowhere. Now we know that seniors still have quite a bit of work left to do until school is out, but if you guys could get your quotes in as soon as possible to ensure that they get through, that would be greatly appreciated by our team. And that's it from me. If you have any questions, please contact myself, Miss Lowell, or our Interact Club presidents, Callie and Alexa. And there's only a couple of months left of school, so let's keep going, seniors.
And that's it for our announcement this week. Next up is a tech tip from Max Bloom.
We've all been there. You're sitting in Spanish class, writing down verbs, or trying to finish up a timed essay in English class, and then suddenly a trying to connect error message pops up on your screen. You look down and see that your Wi-Fi has gone out. This isn't the end of the world, but it can be incredibly frustrating, especially when school is entirely online. Today, I'm going to be giving you 3 tips on how to maximize your internet connection. Tip number 1. Make sure that there is nothing blocking your Wi-Fi router. This may seem obvious, but if there are any papers or books that might be interfering with your Wi-Fi signal, then it is a good idea to clear any of these hindrances. Tidying the space around your router and possibly moving it to the top of a shelf can make your internet connection stronger and less likely to go out. Tip number 2. Move the router to a centralized location in your house. If your wireless router is tucked in the corner of your house, far away from where you or your family is working, then it is a good idea to move it to a median place in the house. Moving your router to a central location will increase everyone's connection and will make the Wi-Fi less likely to crash. However, it's important to keep in mind that routers require either a phone line or a cable modem connection. It's necessary to locate your router in a spot that has access to one of these devices. Warning: don't move your router if other people are using the Wi-Fi, as their connection will be lost. Also, make sure to be gentle when carrying your Wi-Fi router around. Tip number 3. Set a password. This again may seem obvious, but it's possible that someone unwanted is using your Wi-Fi without permission. The more people using a router, the less strong the connection will be, so it makes sense to limit who can access it. There is a link in the description of this video with a tutorial on how to accomplish this. Warning: set your password to something you will remember. It's also good to check with your family before doing this. Well, that's it for my recommendations. I hope that they can help you increase your internet connection and make distance learning just a little bit easier. Now, back to the anchors.
Thank you, Max, for that information on how to improve your internet performance. And that's it for this week's program. Stay safe out there, Trojans.
This is Trojan Broadcast Channel, and make it a great day.